Gustafsson plays it in the trapezoid, trying to drop it off for Calen Addison. Draws back in for Minnesota today, and the fourth line for the Wild maneuvers it out to center. He's out there centering this line, now in the O zone for the Wild. Work back toward the line. Faber put a shot on net, and Alex Stalock kicks out the leg on Johansson. A lot of moving parts. That's what Luke Richardson said to us this morning. It feels like it's always changing. Here's Gaudreau off the giveaway, and a backhand bid denied by Stalock.
So many missed passes for the Minnesota Wild. Just in their skates, misfiring.
Shots are 6-4 in favor of Chicago. Johansson, extra pass, shot, Stalock the save, rebound, poked home, and Minnesota strikes first. And who else but Matt Boldy?
What beautiful passing, though. A beautiful odd man rush on this side. They draw the defense over, and then what a good pass over to Matt Boldy. What's really impressive here is how Matt Boldy stays with it, jumps up, doesn't score on the initial shot, drives the net, and is able to tuck it in behind.
The play from Johansson for me is the key.
Now Kara moves it for Tkachuk, looking to center for Anderson. Angling a drive, couldn't get it through the stick of Addison. Good Chicago stick from Anderson, keeps it in the zone. Tkachuk wheeling around on a wraparound feed for Anderson, trying to poke at it in front of Gustafsson. They score! Oh, a workmanlike goal for the Blackhawks off the efforts of Joey Anderson has tied this game at 1.
Over the weekend, he tries to use the 7-iron to chip this one out. It doesn't go anywhere.
That's the play right there, though.
Right back around the net. And then it caroms out the ricochet, and Gustafsson's already down early, but sloppy play all around, unusual, uncharacteristic. In the production of Boldy coinciding with the arrival of Marcus Johansson.
Boldy with his 31st goal of the season. Middleton emerging out of his own ends. And flipped wide by Rossi, but knocked down by Athanasiou, who feeds Buddy Robinson. Walking in and a save made. Rebound score! Rebound squirted out toward Anders Bjork. Off the work from Robinson and Athanasiou. And the Blackhawks lead here in Chicago.
Well, it's the old pass off the pads, right? Give yourself a second opportunity. This is a nice little pass to space, and then this is just the old POP. Go off the pad, give yourself or your teammate another crack at it, and it pays off just barely here.
Through center, Wyatt Kaiser went tumbling. Marcus Johansson gets through his skates. Connor Murphy gets bumped. Shoveled across by Taves. And Johnson on a backhand. Couldn't get all of it. Chicago controlling possession here the first 6 minutes in this second period.
Yeah, they seem a lot more together, the way that they're playing.
Backhander saved by Gustafsson on Caleb Jones. There's a stretch pass, gets broken up by the Blackhawks, and now up ahead, caught in a change, walking in, Johnson, denied! Gustafsson makes the stop with the left pad on Reese Johnson.
Certainly a good addition for this team, and when asked afterwards how he felt after being out for so long, he said, I'm a little rusty in the brain. It looked pretty good to me, though. Kaiser,
stick handling in, and Gustafsson the save on Wyatt Kaiser's backhand bid.
It is a thing. It's been a thing.
I know it's a thing, but calling it pass off the pads, I get it. POP.
But Steele recovers and chips it back toward the point. Pass picked off, and Dickinson speeds ahead. Dickinson denied by Gustafsson. Coming up with a huge save to prevent a shorting. Boldy got a piece. Athanasiou recovers. Gains the line on the entry. Banks it around for Jonathan Taves. He gets undercut. Back to Jones on a pass for Athanasiou. Out in front, they score! Jonathan Taves makes it a 2-goal Chicago lead.
He was the one with the entry. He rings this puck around. Jonathan Taves gets it up to the point. Now right here, instead of shooting this puck right away, he waits, gets it into the middle of the ice, and then they get 2 kicks at the can again. And it's going to be Jonathan Taves, the captain, in what could be one of his final games.
Discussion with the officials. Minnesota gained possession and control of the puck prior to the puck entering the net. There's no goal. Minnesota, 2-minute minor, holding.
He's off controlled by Chicago, and Jones plays it around toward Reese Johnson, who clears. And now we got a fight. Foligno will go against Andreas Englund. Foligno trying to land a few rights on Englund. Comes back with a right of his own. Foligno lands one, then goes to an uppercut. Englund and Foligno exchanging haymakers, and Foligno lands on top of Englund.
You could see Foligno go after Englund and ask him right away.
Let's go.
And for me, you know, you got to think about what Dean Evason must have been thinking on the bench. Like, love to see the passion and intensity from Foligno as a leader of his team, but can you imagine if he breaks his hand or something on Englund's helmet with these haymakers? I mean, look at the end of this fight. There were some serious blows that he landed.
It off for Athanasiou with a man advantage for the Blackhawks, leading by a goal with about 6 to play. Off the turnover, Johansson fires and scores to tie the game with a shorty here in the
Lack of urgency with the puck and sitting back a little bit. Bad giveaway in the neutral zone. You got to manage the puck. You got to protect it. And Johansson jumps on it. What a finish. You've been talking about him all night, Dom. Look at that shot.
Well, we've been talking a lot about him.
Wild have clinched the playoff spot tonight. They are without 5 regulars. And here's Johansson again. He does feed Boldy.
Oh.
Johansson scores again!
Wow.
And the Wild lead.
From the very beginning of the game, watch this entry, the drop, and then the fake shot, this time from Boldy back to Johansson. Earlier was the fake shot from Johansson to Boldy, now
Along the half wall, centering toward Dickinson. Athanasiou out in front, looking for Taves, who was parked there. And now Nyquist on it for the Wild, and Nyquist scores to cap a Minnesota comeback on the road.
Back to the first period, Minnesota was a little bit running around in their D zone, trying to figure out how to play the extra guy, and there's a good bounce. Gus Nyquist.
yeah, trust in, you know, hey, let's see what you can do, kid.
Yeah.
Wyatt Kaiser behind the net. Gustafsson kicked it out. Behind the net, Faber fights for it. And how about the Wild in the third to come back shorthanded and beat Chicago?